Comicsgate is folding in on itself as Ethan Van Sciver has pulled out the rug from a bunch of the smaller creators once more. He's done this over and over again. It's become a pattern over the last several years. It started back in 2018, of course, and has gone on over and over again. And eventually there's just no small creators left, and that's what we're finding. They don't want small creators. The entire purpose now, because the market's been imploding, and as we've seen with Shane Davis's most recent crowdfund, it's just dying. And he got 2 backers over the last 24 hours. Not very good for a launch week. Those guys don't have real comic readers. They never have. It's always been about their live streams. It's been about getting, of course, this support of a movement behind them, because we thought that there was supposed to be an alternative to mainstream comics that was building here, and that we were going to build everybody up and really build an alternative to Marvel and DC and their woke activism and their leftist tactics. Unfortunately, these guys are leftists from the mainstream industry. John Malin was an Obama voter who just came over for the grift. Shane Davis, is an alcoholic and maybe even a drug addict. I've seen him at conventions just out of his mind when I actually saw him in person back in the day before all this comics has happened, coming in on the grift. Ethan Van Sciver is just somebody who's just a manipulative guy who just wants this weird mafioso thing happening in comics, and they're trying to consolidate it all together at this point because they know they've lost more than 50-60% of their readership because, 1, they don't come out with their books, 2, their books aren't that great. And so they're trying to consolidate everybody and not have them check out the people who are actually delivering at this point, because that way they can contain the small pie that they've got in hopes that they can float and retain what they got going. I don't think it's going to work. It is shrinking every single time. And as more campaigns don't deliver, and as more just end up like this, and as more people see their behavior right here, it's going to get less and less and less and less. It's a big problem, and that's why we're building a better movement, guys. We have a movement here that is actually building about comics. We're about readers. We're not about a fake collector's market and CGC grading and reselling on eBay. I mean, the comic industry really perpetuated that for a long time, and that's exactly what destroyed the comic industry. Now, of course, these guys are perpetuating it on the indie scene, but we have to make it about reading books again. That's why we've got a great group over here. You guys are amazing, and I love it. There's been so much talk about the books lately. We just have been delivering our Emerald Array out to people and getting great reviews on that book, as we always do. These guys have tried to hold us down, and they have not been able to. It's been great on that front as well. And so we're going to build up readers, and we're going to do things. And it's not just about my stuff, and that's it. We have a movement building, and our movement is going to be explicitly right-wing. It's going to be explicitly for indie comics and reading. And that's exactly how we're going to prevent anything like this happening again, because we're going to make sure that we do it the right way. Now, like I said, usually I plug my books at this point, but Richard Embry is getting attacked very, very hard, and he's actually a pretty good writer. I've read his Blood and Sword book 1, and I thought it had a great start, a good talented beginning, and this is something that is worth checking out. And so he has his book 2 up on Fund My Comic. Fund My Comic's a free speech platform that allows, of course, conservatives and Christians actually to build on here. And Richard Embry, like I said, doing a good fantasy comic. This is something that I think the guy's got a lot of talent. He's somebody, again, that should be built up, but isn't being built up by this crowd, very obviously. And so I'll put this in the description below so you can check it out. And yes, he's under attack right now. This is the advertisement that's going to come for him, and I'm sure he'd very much appreciate it if you'd check out his books. So I'm going to put that's the first link in the description below. I've got all my other links. I'd love for you to sign up for my newsletter. Very important to stay in touch with me, and hit the like and subscribe button as we kind of go into this week in Comicsgate, as the attacks on all of these people have amped up. On small accounts, like you see, there's 131 backers, and they're just utterly trying to destroy him because he just doesn't want to be involved with this anymore. He doesn't want to fight, all these people. And this all started because of last week with John's Longbox. John's Longbox, of course, was calling out your boy Zach. He got attacked really, really hard by Ethan Van Sciver. The guy's been going off on him constantly. John Longbox is a small YouTube channel. He's about comics first. He does comic live streams. And Richard Embry, when he ended up quitting here, was he was in these DM groups and the like, and his wife was like, hey, I'm not comfortable with you streaming with an OnlyFans whore. And they're reasonable. That's a normal family would not want you being in that as a man. And so he did the right thing and said, okay. And he told them in private, he said, look, my wife's not comfortable with this. I have to leave the DM groups. Sorry about that. And they decided to go off and attack him really, really hard and then try to destroy him over this. And so all these streams were done about him. It's all on X. You can find a lot of the clips and stuff. Student of God does a great job clipping some of this stuff. Really, really sad to watch. So now John's Longbox has been just utterly eviscerated by Ethan Van Sciver all week. Richard Embry's been hit by the little minions all week. And that's not enough. So Alasmat has been somebody who's another great creator, great guy. And he's got his books, Road Warrior Drake. Look up Alasmat. Alasmat F on X. He's got a new video right now about John's Longbox, a great video, just showing like how that systematic destruction of a smaller creator is a bad thing and not good for indie comics. And he's very measured about it. He brings it out logically. This is a fantastic video on his point. And what happens as a result? This is it. You have been warned. You've been warned. You see this right here. And this is it. If you criticize us, we'll give you googly eyes, a cuck beard, and make you look like a pedo. He's not joking when he does this stuff. He is so thin-skinned about criticism. He just goes nuts all the time. He'll go nuts after this video as well. It's really funny to watch. And this is what's been happening over and over and over again. It's getting to the point where the bottom's really fallen out. Like, a lot of people have left Comicsgate who have been great creators over the years. Myself, of course, just because I don't want to be around this stuff. It's toxic. It's not about comic books. It's about tearing down Eric July. That's all they care about at this point. Tearing down guys like John's Longbox, tearing down guys like Alasmat, tearing down guys like Richard Embry, who are all very talented people who, like, we want to lift up. They're good people. They're the opposite of the mainstream industry. And like I said, it's really, really weird that the, quote, alternative to the mainstream industry ended up being, you're not real unless you're just a former DC Comics pro like me, right? And you can never get that threshold because, of course, everybody's blacklisted at this point unless you're a transgender activist, right? And none of these guys are. So they set up this like weird gatekeeping system that ended up being the same gatekeeping system as the mainstream. And actually, they're nastier than the mainstream. So while the mainstream, really guts people in private and blacklist people that way, these guys do it all in public, and so they just go out and just like attack people for their live streams. It's really, really ugly. And this has been going on for a long, long time. Of course, Student of God brought it up again, that he blacklisted Sweetcast, Clint Stoker, from Comicsgate over just putting up a book on Kickstarter. This is how petty they are. You're not allowed to put up a book on Kickstarter whatsoever. He wanted to go try to find a different market. Of course, it's better to expand the market. A smart businessman goes to expand markets and find customers in addition to your customers so that we can grow everything, right? Now, his books were fantastic, again, like just top tier. Guy had a lot of talent, and he went from just really big crowdfund campaigns to zero because he just got personally torched and destroyed by Van Sciver and company through this whole deal. So this has been a pattern that's gone on for a long time, and everybody has just backed away from it because it's just getting uglier and uglier and uglier. I backed away from it. Clint Stoker backed away from it. Mike Miller backed away from it. Doug TenNapel backed away from it. As you can see, like we just don't want to have anything to do with this nonsense. And yet, when they do, they go crazy and personal attack on just the lowest of levels every single time. They'll go at your families. They'll just be nasty comments about you. They'll libel you, all because they want to try to consolidate people backing campaigns for them, which is just such bad business again. And so this is where they're at now. Richard Embry, John's Longbox, Alasmat are the targets this week, and they're the ones that really need support more than anybody else. So go find those guys. I'm going to put Richard Embry's book in the description below, like I did John's Longbox's book earlier this week. Like I said, this is a good series. I've read book one. I can vouch for it, and this guy's got some good fantasy talent, and I'm interested to see where this is going. Check it out. And, of course, support indie comics, guys. That's where it's at right now. We're building a new movement of readers, and we need you on board. So join us here, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment with what you think about this. Got a great Discord community if you want to go join that as well. Got over 1,000 people now. It's building so fast, guys. While this is negative, there is hope for the future. And if we build our movement right, we can win, and we're going to all win, and it's going to be a beautiful thing, and we're going to make comics great again, my friends. I have hope, and I believe in it. That's why I keep doing it. It's like beating your head against a wall for a lot of years. It really is. But you know what? This business is about persistence. It's about doing the work. It's about doing it right, and we're doing it here, and people are starting to see. It's really awesome as all this unfolds. All right, thanks for being here. We'll be back soon.